Well, President Ramaphosa will address the main Women's Day celebrations, as we've been saying. For more on Women's Day, let's now cross to SABC senior anchor Chriselda Lewis and specialist correspondent Sophie Mokoena for more. Chriselda, of course, an iconic remembrance of an equally iconic march 70 years today in 1956 when thousands of women marched to the union buildings. Give us a sense then in terms of how celebrations or the remembrance of that day is being marked today.
Well, Onati used the correct word. They're certainly iconic. What we saw women do back in 1956. 20,000 of them, you'd recall, marching on the union buildings. And I'm sure you would see on your screen now, there are women from the Tshwane Metro Police Department, as well as the South African Police Service, that sort of have a symbolic march, which they'll be embarking on this morning here to the union buildings. Remember back then, it was to the union buildings against those draconian laws that you spoke about, that women were basically in defiance, united in defiance against those draconian laws. And certainly we're expecting proceedings to get underway a little bit later on this morning. And as you indicated, the president will be delivering that main address. In fact, the president will be meeting those women who will be marching to the union buildings as a symbolism of what took place 70 years ago. I want to bring in some women who decided to, it's a long weekend. So I was actually asking myself if people are going to get out of bed and come to mark such an important day. There are women who woke up very early this morning to come and participate and celebrate the strides that women have made. I'm first going to speak to Mam Janet Kungwane, who ironically is 70 years old, and that 70 years is what we're celebrating today, what happened back in 1956. I'm going to bring in Mayor Janet Kungwane. Mayor Janet, you are 70 years old as that march in 1956, but you grew up during a very difficult time as umama. Khawusixelele nje ukuthi during i-apartheid naliphila kanja wakhula ngexesha elibuhlungu.
Na ke goletse ko Okasi Brits ko kileng ra sokola teng ke gopola he ke na le 14 years go na le maburu a nna re tibisa ba sa ranya go re bona mo tseleng he ba go bona mo tseleng ba tla go tshwara ba batla trespasser tsa khale. And bo mama rona ka 1956 rena re fitli mo ngwagong tse re na le bo 3 years 4 years ke bona se le batla mo union building ba per dipasa ba toitoyela dipasa tso go re tswe mo tsona. Then ka 1984-83 ra fostiwa go re le tlhabile re tsamaya ka dilori re tswe mo ditenteng ba ne sentse ke bereka correct ba di ko kileng ka struggle thata ke lwela Mandela gore a lokologe ke robetse ko di prisoning o ka re tse pedi tse tharo banna ba rena ba ne re struggle ne re tsaya di overall re lokela matlapa mo go bona ba tshwere di slang fere re konopa ba nne ba sanya ko toitoe ba ne ba sanya ko itse ka tokologo rona re lwa le bona gore re tlo tsena ka je go ke tlile fa ke tlo celebrate because of ke khotsofetse ntwe nne ke lwela ka jeko e diragetse ka jeko I'm free na ke khono tla Pretoria ke sa thibele ke liburi ke khono tsena kwa le ke ready account kana go ne re sa itse account ke eng ne re sa itse account ke sa itse re ba tšhelete ne re fitla tšhelete mo tla sa misa mo moeng but today di dingwaga tse di fitileng tse Mandela tsule mo gona we are so free re free ntengwe lengwe re kra e free so re toitoile ba haeso re struggle le thata re tlo fitla mo dingwageng mara gona no ra itumela ka rona le tse ding tse re di fokoleditsweng tse re khonang go di kra free le bana ba rona le bona ne ba sokola but bana ba rona ba tsamaile boleta because ke rona re lokisitseng gore ba tlo nna melafa yana ka tse go kitle mo ke tlo celebrate I'm here to say halala Mandela halala la 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 ba
Re leboga Mekungwane, basically telling us about, simple things like a bank account, she says she couldn't have during that time. Now she's able to have a bank account. She relives the moments. She was very young at the time, but says that, you could not walk in the street. You'd be harassed by the apartheid government. She says she's happy that while their mothers may have marched back in 1956, whatever was fought for then is attained. She's able to come to Pretoria, and she's here to come and celebrate the strides that have been made by women in South Africa. I want to bring in Mam Maria Litlape, who was 7 months old when that 1956 march took place. And she told me a bit earlier on that her mother had put her on her back and came with you to the march, Mama? Came with her to the march. And let's just reflect on that. Mama Maria, siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho mama. Kubaluleke kanjani ukuthi ube khona la namhlanje? Akusichazele futhi ukuthi umamakho wakutshela ukuthi at 7 months wakuthatha wakufaka emqolo wathi masambe siye marching. Just tell us about that moment and what she described to you.
Ka 1956 ne ke na le 7 months. Mama ka batlo toitoyela dipasa na mpepile mo mokokotlong ne go sena wa ka sala le nna a re ke tsamaya le ena le ngwana ba pere dipasa tso ka reng di baby le tse kana dipasa tsa teng tse kgolo di dompasa so ne ke le monyane ha ka bona sepe ke na le 7 months mara mme o re tlhaloseditse gore ngwana ke re tsamaile le lona lo ro toitoye re toitoyela dipasa gona le ba ba tsamaileng gona le ba ba buileng go ne go luiwa nako eo ba lwantsha batho ba bantsho so go atla gore e nne nako ya go fitla gore re lokologe bo mmarona ne ba berekela 25 ranta ka beke 25 ranta ka beke per week ene tshantse ba re rekele dijo tshantse re je tshantse re apare tshantse re sekolong o kry le gore ba bang ba khono ya sekolong ba bang ba khono ya sekolong ene ko ne re nna go teng re tsamaya ka maoto go ya sekolong re tswa ko re nnang ko teng so ra tsena mo tokologong o ka I wish o ka re bo mama rona nke ba phela gona nongwago ke rile 70 years ke na le 70 so ke happy gore ke tle mo ke tlo celebrate se ne bo mama rona ba se thoma a ke ba se thomile so rona ra se feleletsa so re happy re kirile freedom
Oh, yes. 70 years. Yes, Mama. Yes. Re leboga ma.
Ke proud when ke happy. Yes.
Thank you very much, Maria Litlape, who was 7 months old when she tells me that she was on the back of her mother. Her mother put her on her back and went to that march back in 1956. She tells me something that I think even myself, Unati, as a young person, when she talks about her mother having earned 25 rand. 25 rand per week. You can only imagine, the struggles of women during the time. And even now, we still talk about, the emancipation of women economically. Those are some of the challenges that we spoke about a little bit earlier on in our crossings, is to say that while these women here behind me, who are from the Bujanala district, who tell us that, it was very difficult during that time. There were so many things, that women could not do. You could not have a bank account. You would put money wherever you could. These are very important moments for women of this age group. The forced removals that Umama is speaking about here behind me. And she tells me that they're here to celebrate the freedoms that they've managed to attain. They're here to celebrate the struggles of their mothers that put them on their backs to come to the Union buildings in 1956 for the enjoyment, I guess, that you and I as young women get to enjoy in South Africa. So thank you very much, Bomme. So thank you, Mama. So, these are women who have come to celebrate here, Unati, and we're expecting, of course, the official program to get underway. Some of the visuals that you'll see on our screen pertain to those women from the Tshwane Metro Police Department, as well as the South African Police Service. Women who will be marching on the Union building, symbolic of that time, 70 years ago, when these women fought against the draconian pass laws that you mentioned. And the women of today, of course, course, the scourge of gender-based violence. You spoke about that, Unathi, a little bit earlier on. Those are some of the challenges that we're grappling with. Certainly the South African government, having a constitution which is so liberal and laws that protect women, but of course it's not yet there for women. Women are still grappling with different challenges to those that they were grappling with in 1956. So we'll hear from the president a little bit later on. He will meet that group of marchers that will march on the union buildings as a symbolism of what took place in 1956.
Chriselda, let's leave it there for now. I'm sure we will catch up with you a little bit later on, but such marvelous reflections from those women that are with Chriselda at the moment. Of course, celebrating this, as I said earlier, iconic day, and just remembering those women who marched in 1956, where around 20,000 women took to the streets, went to the union buildings in Pretoria in protest against apartheid pass laws. I mean, that day remains a powerful reminder of the role women have played in the country's struggle for freedom, while also highlighting those challenges around gender inequality, economic inclusion, and social justice. As the country reflects then on the progress that has been made and the work that still needs to be done, conversations are also focusing on building a more inclusive and equitable society for future generations.